great.
You could.
Or me,
Absolutely.
You know?
on Michigan on Thursday.
Or you're going to see the Lions, yes.
There's nothing wrong with that either. That's a good way to.
It'd be cool.
Why not use the technology?
I was thinking that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What do you think? One more minute and we'll start?
it's 6 now.
Oh, it's starting. I think it's starting now.
Okay.
We'll call this meeting to order. We'll stand for the pledge. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Alderman Smith.
Here.
Alderwoman Johnson.
Here.
Alderman Donovan. Alderman Jokers.
Here.
Alderman Eidman.
Here.
Alderman Rainey.
Here.
Alderman Prince. Alderman Armbruster. Need your volume low. Your
We
volume-
can't hear. You're mute? Are you on
It's
mute?
not mute, it's just real soft.
Yeah, she's here. All right, so we have a
We
quorum.
have a quorum.
All right, need a motion for approval of the agenda.
I make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
There's nobody here for public comments. So we'll just take us into new business. Bill number 4395, an ordinance of the City of St. Genevieve authorizing the mayor to enter into an extended agreement with Bacon Commercial Design in an amount not to exceed $7,400 for the architectural and engineering services for Phase 1 of the City Hall Police Department remodeling project.
Move approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Hold on.
Hold
No,
Should I wait?
Steve, come on in.
Thanks. Sorry.
Yeah, hey.
Hey.
Yeah, you might as well grab one over there.
Table or chair?
Table if you want.
I don't think you have any dissenting.
on.
Nobody's
We have no
coming.
dissension.
I don't think so.
So we'll make I need a motion for a second reading.
I make a motion for a second reading of bill number 4395.
Second.
There you go.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Takes us to bill, second reading of bill number 4395, an ordinance of the City of St. Genevieve authorizing the mayor to enter into an extended agreement with Bacon Commercial Design in an amount not to exceed $7,400 for the architectural and engineering services for Phase 1 of the City Hall Police Department remodel project.
I make a motion to approve.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. I'll need a roll call, please.
Roll call.
All right. Alderman Jokers.
Yes.
Alderman Eidman.
Yes.
Alderman Rainey.
Yes.
Alderwoman Armbruster. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Alderman Smith.
Yes.
Alderwoman Johnson.
Yes.
6 yes, no no's, 2 absent.
Loudness.
Very good. So if, is there any other communication we need to talk about? Anybody got anything on their mind we need to talk about?
Buck.
By the way, to officially
I'm
say
good.
this passes and becomes ordinance number 4316.
4316.
43-15.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, ma'am.
I was just wondering if Happy had any COVID updates or anything he would like to share with us since we won't be meeting again for a couple of weeks.
Except for a number of police officers that have been affected and City Hall staff. So City Hall staff is supposed to be returning by next week. But we don't have anything new that we're doing except we're requiring masks inside City Hall. Anybody that comes to visit, whether they're city staff or not, have to mask up. I think the county had a discussion this morning on what they wanted to do about whether to mandate masks or not. So kind of waiting to see what their
Well, I was at that meeting this morning with the county, And we talked about a mask mandate, but there's no way to enforce it. So, and that's the stumbling block with a mandate, you know. But everybody highly recommends that we wear a mask, and they had a sheet of recommendations. I think it was from Franklin County. They just did a mask mandate, and they had a sheet of recommendations, and Mark was there in the paper, and it's supposed to go into the paper, and we all agree with all of those recommendations. It's not a mandate, but there's going to be, it is consolidated, and, you know, and that's been the whole talking point of this mandate is you can't enforce it. If they have I give Happy the statute, the state statute on the state level, and you can't enforce it. That's the problem.
Is that information something we can also share via our social media?
We surely can, and I was wondering about that too. I know, did we take off that proclamation that we all come up with and that I signed on Facebook?
It's still there, it just has moved down.
Oh, okay. I think that needs to be brought back in, you know, because, and then I want to ask the chief, are our police officers, when they're in close contact, are they wearing masks with people, interacting with people?
Yes, and we're actually going to re-implement our COVID response. As much stuff as we can handle over the phone, we're going to, unless there's a fight or a disturbance that requires an in-person contact, we're just going to try to handle as much.
And then I think we ought to be very mindful that anybody that works for the city, our city workers, even our road crews, if they're interacting, I would even think with one another, close interaction, I think the mask we need to start wearing masks.
As long as they're outside, we're not worried about it, but if they're in their buildings or in trucks together.
I think that's a must, or in the break room eating lunch, you know, so that's, you know, we just, and with it all, I think if we all set the example, you know, and wear shields and masks, and there's a lot of people that are just for whatever reason, they don't want to be told what to do, and it's just, it's very delicate and divisive. I don't know why it has to be, but it is.
So we haven't shut anything, we haven't shut any of the buildings, water department, street department are by appointment only. We're kind of going back to those restrictions. Other than that, I mean, it's, you know, we're trying to conduct business as normal because there's still things that need to be done, but just trying to protect ourselves a little bit more and protect the public.
Great, thank you. I'm just hoping that you can kind of reiterate what the mayor just said when you have your department meetings. I don't know with the holiday how often you're meeting now, but I would wholeheartedly support that.
Okay. Alderman Armbruster? Speak loudly.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now.
Okay. First thing is you can pin a post to the top of the Facebook page. So with the proclamation or whatever new information, you can only pin one post, but it won't shuffle down your feed. So anytime anybody goes to visit the Facebook page, that'll be the first post that they'll see. Whether that's the proclamation or these recommendations that you were just speaking of.
Okay.
Okay, and then the second thing is, how have the officers that are out with COVID, how is that affecting our police department with the number of officers?
So what are we doing about patrols?
I'm sorry?
How's your bench strength?
I'd rather not advertise that on public TV.
Okay. It's affecting us, but we still got everything under control.
So we have cooperation with the sheriff's office as well?
Yes, yeah.
So we keep things covered. Yeah. There you go.
Any other questions?
Hey, it's Mike. I will quarantine until December 2nd. Just to let you guys know.
Okay. Well, I think this is a good idea. You know, with doing it this way, we can spread out here, and people can, you know, come in on the Zoom, and you know, I think from this, it's not going to get better for quite a while. It's going to get, the deeper we get into winter, everything they're talking about, it could get worse. So we just got to be very mindful of it and be smart, you know.
Did you all find the link easy to use to get to the meeting?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Another thing with the Zoom link, if we can post that link with the agenda on the Facebook page, we may.
No, we lost your audio again,
But we did get the part about putting the link on the Facebook page.
If we would post the link when we post the agenda to the City Hall Facebook page,
Right.
we might get a little bit more public participation.
okay. What we do is we scan it as a JPEG, so you don't get that actual link. We'll have to type it in or copy it, so we'll do that.
Yeah, but if we could copy that, just like you sent it to us through the email, if we could copy that in with the text of the post.
Okay.
Bob just texted me, he was having problems signing in. It says he's got an invalid number, not valid. His meeting ID number is not valid. I don't know.
Oh, he didn't get the update.
Yeah, you probably didn't get the update.
He probably didn't open his update.
Well, it's late now anyway, so. I'll let him know, okay.
Does Jeff have anything?
No.
Well, I think we ought to be also mindful of, all the meetings that go on at City Hall, every meeting that's in here. It needs to be mandatory into this meeting room. If we're gonna have a meeting, you wear a mask inside City Hall at all to protect our employees. I was at one meeting where one of the individuals didn't wear a mask, and if they're not gonna wear a mask, they're going out, they're not gonna come in. That needs to be in every meeting. And then also do some Zoom meetings too. We don't wanna crowd this boardroom at all. If we can't distance out, we need to.
Have we been putting plexiglass up?
So,
Have we been putting plexiglass up? I know at school, I'm not saying we want to do this now, but we've been doing that, plexiglass. We have drops. Some teachers want plexiglass in front of them, between them and the students.
Oh, well, for us, I mean, I don't have plexiglass like on each desk. But, we've got separation.
Like the water, like the persons that have the highest traffic, I'm just thinking.
That's City Hall.
They have
So
the
you got the
foyer
water.
now.
Okay.
Yeah, we got that foyer.
So that's what-
yeah, nobody can come in.
Okay.
Yeah, so-
Okay, thanks, Chief. Yeah, I just want to make
So we
sure.
regulate who comes in and out.
Good. All right, good.
And, and sometimes we'll just go outside because it's, a whole lot easier to conduct be away from everybody and make sure you don't get anybody infected.
Smart. Good. Thank you.
Hey, Mr. Mayor, happy?
Yes.
Just a question, wondering if, should we talk with Bob and give him an opportunity in case Bob wants his vote recorded regarding the proposal that we just heard and voted on?
We could. You want to give him want me to call him?
Well, it's already done.
Oh, meeting.
So,
It is, I just didn't know, out of concern for our peer, if Bob wanted his vote on the matter to be public record or.
no, I hear you. I hear you, Mike, and I have concerns for.
It certainly won't change the outcome.
No, I have concerns for my peers as well, but you're right. It's a moot point at this point.
Yeah, he may want his, if in fact he's a no vote, he may want that recorded. So, since he made the effort to join and could not join, was a technology problem.
We could attach something to the packet that we have that we saved, but otherwise, if you're not recorded as being present, then you don't have.
Right, okay. Fair, I want to make sure everybody gets heard on that matter, so.
Yeah. So, I sent that out. We sent it out a couple of times with the new address.
Yeah.
So I don't know, must not have caught up with him.
Is there any other business? If there's no other business, I will adjourn this meeting.